Well, hello. It's the second video in our series of videos. And in the first video, we talked about the maneuver mindset versus the transport mindset in companies today. And we talked about the importance of that because of the unstable nature of business and where it's going in the future. It's interesting that the Pentagon has used a term for years dealing with the ambiguity and the changing nature of a battlefield. And it's a term called VUCA. It stands for volatile, uncertain, changing, and ambiguous. And that term is more and more coming into vogue in describing a business environment of today and future. And so that's kind of what we're talking about, if you can make that your benefit. And what I would like to just leave with you today is just a very simple aspect of it, a very simple insight. On our organizational maneuverability course, we have 2 levels, and each level addresses a broad spectrum of what is going to be needed for a company to succeed in that kind of an environment. There's 2 broad areas that I'd like to just kind of call your attention to. The first level of our course deals with what it means to actually lead your people and to develop your teams so that you can be more responsive and handle solutions at the point of impact with your clients and your customers and your prospects. What does it take for a leader to actually lead and develop your teams to be able to do that well? The second level deals with strategic planning, and it's more of a strategic planning level. Strategic planning, all businesses would say they have a plan, but very often it's not adequate for what they're trying to accomplish. And one of the things that is often left out, obviously plans are dealing with metrics that are very valuable, like things like return on investment, PE ratios, things of that nature, which are very valuable and you can't put those aside. But there's a whole other series of metrics that deal with how do I know my teams are increasing in their development and in their ability to handle this rapidly changing environment. And that's going to involve a lot of different things going forward. So what I'd like to just leave with you today is just this simple idea in those 2 areas. Your leaders being able to develop your teams to be effective in that kind of an environment. And the strategic planning. How do you know that your organization and its teams are getting better at that? And if you do that, it'll probably give you some insights into some things that your corporation or your organization needs to do going forward to change itself to be able to maximize the benefits in that environment and reach radical results. So take a look at that and we'll continue further. Keep in mind that these videos don't go into all the meat that our course does, our online course of organizational maneuverability. But what they hopefully do is give you some insights, give you some thoughts to begin tossing around and begin looking at in light of your organization or your environment. If you'd like to have a further conversation on it, certainly welcome you to give us a call. My phone number and email are on the video there, and you can also contact us through our website at coachingforrelevance.com. And so we look forward to maybe having a further conversation about that, and look forward to any way that we might provide assistance.